We're at the Baltimore Tattoo Convention with Slick. How's it going, man?
All right, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. All right, so where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Upland, California. We've traveled out here with Craven Ink / Craven Blunt. They sell art, whatnot. I started my journey off, I'd like to say, Pomona Body Art Expo, the beginning of this year. I've been tattooing for about 7 years. I've self-taught, didn't have any apprenticeships, watched a lot of videos from such as like Brandon Bond, Franco Vescovi, Josh Carlton in the studio, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I got an associate's degree in art from Platt College, Ontario. And I've been tattooing so long that, you know, it's kind of my passion to be here with everybody and be part of the tattoo community. I flew all the way in from California, and I could say the East Coast shows are very great, and I'm very humble to be here.
What was the most difficult part of your artwork going from one medium into skin? What was the most difficult part for you?
Well, I'd have to say the most difficult part was actually learning how to use the gun. Paper and skin is two different things. Like I said, I watch videos, I learn my own techniques, I feel comfortable with different things, other people feel comfortable with different things. As far as ink goes, I'm open-minded to a lot of different inks. I don't think that really my work is based on what kind of inks I use. I can use pretty much anything. All in all, you know what, I just feel like when I get to the show, the first thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I do a badass piece here.
What's the biggest difference between West and East Coast as far as tattoos go?
There's a big difference. A lot of the West Coast artists that are out there were black and gray, and they stick by that. Me, I'm kind of drifting away from the black and gray, so now I'm doing color pieces, and a lot of people are starting to love my color pieces. I look forward to doing more color pieces, a little bit more traditional now that I've been open-minded to New York and the whole East Coast scene. I think the first time that I was introduced to some good traditional work was when I hit Chicago. We were at O'Hare, Crown Plaza, and I think that Troy Pools was the one that did that, and I'd like to thank him too for inviting us down there. We in the West Coast are very significant, and you know, black and gray is big out there, but me as an artist, I love it all. Color, traditional, I got love for all the tattoo, period. You know, and if you're gonna be in this game, I think you have to have that heart and that strive to not only compete, but just be part of something that's bigger than just California, Chicago, East Coast, Midwest, whatever. You know, this is one big nation, one big family, and I honestly feel like I'm where I belong.
If you had to pick a style, what would you say is your where you feel most at home?
Well, for one, it's not tribal. That's for sure. I'm the type of person that, you know what, I like portrait realism. I really want to focus on that, and as far as my career, I think people in general, they always have a good character about them. You know, anybody's face is different from another, but to pull it off, it's something amazing. And I feel like if I concentrate on portrait realism, then I can nail anything. Color blending, so I want to do more color. You know, I like doing color pieces. Day of the Dead pieces are very cool for me. Yeah. I want to do some more traditional. Traditional seems simple, but a lot of it has technique, you know, as far as clean line work, what type of needles you're going to be using, and your color blending. But for me, it's got to be portrait realism.
Now, if you have somebody that's coming into your shop, what's your ideal client? What do you hope somebody's coming in for every time somebody walks in the door? What's your ideal client going to ask for?
My ideal client is going to ask for a portrait. If they're not going to ask for a portrait, they're going to ask for something in high detail, something that's going to be full-blown realism. I look up to a lot of artists. You know, I think Tommy Montoya's a great artist. Me coming into Pomona, I honestly looked up to him like, you know, one of my idols. I like Jack Rudy, Bob Tyrell, Brandon Bond, Franco Vescovi. I can go on for days and days and days. Mr. Cartoon, you know, there's a lot of good artists out there, and I feel like as an artist, we sample everything from everything, and that's pretty much it.
Where would you say, for your original pieces, where would you say you draw most of your inspiration from?
Women figures. Women figures, because I believe that beauty in women is a big factor. It goes a long ways with art, photography, modeling, acting. Beauty sells in both aspects, whether it be male figure or female figure. I think that's one of my attributes that I'd like to recognize, is the fact that I like to do pinup style women and portraits.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, well, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it too. Thank
Excellent.
you guys, and to everybody out there, I'd like to say God bless you guys, and you guys come out to these expos and get tattooed. This is where you need to be to get tattooed. Support the cause and be part of this foundation.
Excellent, man. Thank you very much. All right.